Йоу-йоу, всем здорово, вассап, это бой B. И я играю в NBA2K20. Всех приветствую на стриме. Прожимайте лайкосы. И погнали. Итак, с чего я начну вообще? Вообще сезон NBA закончился 2020 года, где одержала победу легендарная Лос-Анджелес Лейкерс. Но я болел за Майами. Это моя любимая команда, вы знаете, я уже стримлю начало сезона в NBA 2K20, как я стартанул. Так что, кто не видел, заходите в плейлист NBA 2K20 и все серии там есть. Вот, и Майами хорошо сопротивлялась. Она в начале, вообще вот финал NBA, Майами Хит против Лос-Анджелес Лейкерс. Майами, очень важный у них игрок получил травму. Это Горан Драгич. И он в финальной игре NBA, он вышел все равно с травмой даже играть. Была победа и у Майами, очень яркая. Потому что тащил игру. Как его сейчас надо вспомнить? Джимми Батлер, вот. Джимми, его еще называли Затащими, и он тащил матчи. Джимми Батлер, это лидер Майами Хит. Так, у меня в руках джойстик, купленный специально для NBA 2K20. Специально был куплен. Ох, сильно на джойстике. Да. В прошлой серии я тренировался игры на джойстике. Уже многому чего умел, но я давно уже не играл. Так что надо сейчас все вспомнить. Это фристайл. Так, за Майами. Ну да, будем тренироваться за Джимми Батлера, за которого говорил, как раз лидер Майами Хит. Начнем вспоминать. Сначала тренировка, сейчас в матч заходить, все забыв, я не пойду, надо потренироваться. Вот он, Джимми Батлер с мячом. Напарники уже вышли подавать мне мячи, наготове. Так, вот обычное движение. Попробуем ускориться. Вот оно, ускорение. Просто идем. Ускорение. Нижний правый shift. Попробуем кроссовер. По идее, право-влево. Вот он, да, кроссовер. Право-лево. Аналоговые вот эти вот стики. Право-лево. Вот он, кроссовер. С евростепом у меня всегда были проблемы, потому что надо следить, в какой руке мяч, потом делать дриплинг. Без ускорения. Квадрат. Просто бросок. Ох, какой багаж. квадрат. Без ускорения. И с отклонением. Вот это серьезно было. Показ. Уже надо бросать с отклонением. Так, это степбэк обычный. Стоишь, нижний shift и аналоговый стик правый и правый shift вниз. Yes. Это степбэк. А ну еще раз. Кроссовер от кольца лайап. Так как же евростеп-то делать? Так, нижний аналоговый правый, просто вниз, за спиной. Либо кроссоверы. О, это фишка. А ну-ка. О, какая прорисовочка. Пот на нем. Черт. Вот такая вот графика в 2020 году NBA2K20. Невероятно. Капелька пота. Надо вспомнить. О, вот как делать. Так, удалить. Так вот. Сразу. Скрыть. О, вот это прикол. Фоткать надо. Вот эта фоточка сейчас, да? Может быть. Офигеть. Как там скриншот? Есть. Далее, что он делает? Пробивает за спиной. Большой пивот. За спину. Здесь кроссовер. Взгляд. Вот это да. Кроссовер. И вот она фишечка за спиной. Типа вроде как. Он в ту сторону пробивает. С правой на левую за спину вроде как. Но он зажимает мяч в руке. И выбивает в эту же сторону. Такой вот трюк. Со стритбола увидели. Прикольно. Хоть что-то еще надо зачудить. Вот еще один прикол. Тоже трюк со стритбола. Носочки, какие кроссовочки. Носки фирмы NBA. Кроссовки Джордана у него. Ух ты, Джордан, какие серьезные кроссы. Протекторы какие. Офигеть. Ну, в общем, вот трюк, как он сделал. С правой бьет в левую. Таким движением. Вот он сюда. Ногу выставляет. Какая разножка должна быть в этом трюке. Смотрит на противника, взгляд, смотрите. И в ту же сторону, а ну-ка еще раз. Сюда ловишь. И опять возвращаешь в эту руку. фотик прикреплен. Фотик тут. Конструкции. Кольца, нифига себе. Так, я потерялся в камере. Мяч баскетбольный какой. NBA официальный. Official Game Ball NBA. Подпись. Как его владелец NBA? Адам какой-то забыл. Сильвер, по-моему. Да, Сильвер. Точно. Комиссионер NBA. Мяч фирмы Spalding, конечно же. Тут он компьютер куда стоит, какие-то там записи идут. Телефон в трибунах. Я то похожу по баскетбольному залу. Сейчас в данный момент. Так, тут стоят баскетболисты. Пума фирма вижу. Полотенце там, кольца. New Era, это кепочки. New Era. Рекламка такая. Прикольно. Хорошая площадка в Майами. Так, вернуться надо к игроку. Так, как мне вернуться-то? Вот. Нет. Кстати, финт. Так, ладно, хорош повторов. Поехали тренироваться. Тут есть еще в опциях. Вот они. Именно показано, как делать разные движения. Move and hold. Бросок, кнопку для релиза. Центральная. Аналог либо крестик. Jump shot. Бросок в прыжке. Двигаться. Зажать, отпустить. Bank shot. Штрафной. Лейап. Двигайся и держи аналоговый стик правый в движении. Флоутер. Это бросочек навесной такой, который перекидывает противника, защитника. Move. И задержи вверх. И двигаться. С ближней дистанции двигаться. Идем попробуй, что ли? Не то. Вот он, флоутер, я сделал его. Левый стик держишь вниз, то есть вверх, в сторону кольца идешь. В данный момент вверх. Потом зажимаешь вниз другой аналог зажимаешь вниз, тот вверх, а другой вниз. То есть аналог левый в сторону движения, а флоутер всегда бросается вниз. Вот он. Надо не забыть эти знания применять. Реверс лэп. Ох, это облетаешь кольцо и с другой стороны кольца забиваешь. Вот Евростеп. Тяжело мне получается. Это тяжелое движение. Так, как же что сделать? С ускорением просто 2 раза. Это просто позоры. Это обман. Два раза квадратник получается на том. Мяч в правой руке. Значит, делаешь евростеп. Типа того вроде. Что-то типа евростепа. Так, надо просто лапы кидаем. О, какой сверху бросок. Да, вот с этим у меня не получается. Ох, какой бросок. Прям по красоте. Вот зависание какое. На какой уже высоте. Выносит как мяч. Офигеть. Может, такие моменты надо фоткать по-любому. Потом пальчиками. Это фингер ролл называется. Фингер ролл, типа фингер ролл подкрутить. Типа мячик пальцами подкручивать при броске. Это фингер ролл классический. Оп. Мяч в кольце. Офигеть, круто. Мы уже многому чего научились. Флоутер получился, реверс не делали. Евростеп никак не выходит. Дабл тап написано. Движение. Ну надо ж попробовать это сделать, а. Тут по 2 раза и все. Раз, два. Нет. Евростеп не могу сделать. Эти штуки постоянно получаются. Вот он! Это был евростеп. Вот. Вот его начало движения евростепа. Мяч в правой руке. И корпусом он берет в 2 руки потом мяч. О, какая у него гримаса, а? Делает шаг в сторону, типа уже как двойной шаг был. Вот получается. 2, прыжок сразу в сторону, прыжок именно. Еще раз 2 руки. И вот бросочек такой. О, кистью. Вот получается быстро. Раз, два, 3. Это был евростеп. Тоже мы это сделаем. И сейчас есть еще один крутой трюк со стритболом. Я его как бы умею делать. Как он называется, интересно. Это все броски. Дрибл. Дриблинг, вот это интересно. Холд это ускорение просто. Signature size up change. Change. Signature это типа его подпись. Ох. Нифига себе. Это делается на месте, когда стоишь. Dribble move. Триггером. Комбо мув делать. А ну попробуй. Стоим на месте. Ого. Ну-ка еще раз. Снова мы на месте стоим. Нифига себе, какие дриблинги на месте бывают. А ну-ка. Тупо фристайл. Даже не то. А за спиной. Здесь забил. А ну-ка, на повторе. Вот с этого момента начнем. Вот типа мы на него смотрим, а он нас обыгрывает. Вот это стилечек. Этот, конечно же, забил. Круто. Так, что там далее? В одну руку сразу быстро на другую. Нет, то есть одной рукой, да. Просто уводит право-лево одной рукой. Интересно. Это Shift плюс Move. А ну-ка, как это? Вот, да. Это было оно. Вот он одной рукой делает просто движение, не перекладывая в другую руку. Одной рукой просто. Вот я сейчас переклал. Он тоже прикольно, когда он комбинирует. Вообще сильно получилось. И опять на другую. Кроссовер. Это было комбо. Вот он в сторону раз уходит. Получается in and out плюс кроссовер получился у меня тогда. Такой трюк. Вот он кроссовер. Так, выберем какой данный. Выберем какое движение сейчас будем учить. Вот это по кругу раскрутить, по-моему. И вот спин. Спин это надо. Ох. В трюке он сделал типа обманное движение лицом тоже, по-моему. Если я правильно это понял и увидел. А ну-ка. Да, он показал головой на кольцо. Типа, что он бросает. Смотрите прикол. Оп, посмотрел на кольцо. И резко в сторону уходит. Поехали дальше. А, поворот, разворот надо сделать. Вот он. Spin move. Просто перекладываем мяч с руки в руку. Заводим полностью за корпус, держа мяч в руке, в ладони там. И делаем разворот. Очень сильно. Left. Через ногу финт. Between legs cross. Мяч должен держать в правой руке. Move в сторону. Так, пробуем дальше. Move в сторону, подожди. Это непонятно. Вот, раз. Это надо быстро нажать, по-моему. Так, смотрим еще раз. Что-то не могу понять. Down, left, then quickly release. Двигать в сторону. Быстрым нажатием. Только дриблинг в сторону правой руки. Мяч находится в правой. Нажимать вниз, лево. Вот правый мяч. В левый мяч, на другую. Вот. Правый мяч. Тыкнуть резко влево. Теперь наоборот. Влево, теперь вправо. Чуть надо. Наискосок. Другой наискосок. Вот оно. Сделал. Понял. Еще один финт. Вот наш Джимми Батлер. Готовится изучить финт. Правый наискосок стиком, получается, влево. Теперь тупо тыкаешь. Не зажимаешь, а резко бах, ударяешь. И он бьет между ног. На другую руку. В этой то же самое. Только наоборот нажимаешь наискосок правый стик вниз. Получается. Сейчас я тыкнул вправо, наискосок вниз. И он пробил между ног все. Есть! Изучен еще один финт. За спиной отбить. Также быстрый релиз надо тыкнуть вниз. Аналоговый правый стик. А ну-ка. Вот. Есть! Так, есть. Вот такие вот за спиной финты отбивают. С руки на руку, с руки на руку. Это в обыгрышах очень круто помогает. Потом резко какой-то кроссовер или какой-то финт в комбо. Круто, серьезный финт. Ну, короче, еще один финт я покажу, который я уже знаю. На скорости зажимаю нижний правый shift. Нажимаешь вверх-вниз аналог. Тоже таким быстрым нажатием. Вверх-вниз. Ого. И вот такие вот обрывы идут. Вверх-вниз. Той же рукой, которой он ведет мяч, он его выводит в сторону другой руки и отбивает в противоположную. Вот это финт. Очень серьезный. Противник думает, что ты идешь уже в данный момент влево. Потом резко уходишь вправо. Противник обыгран. Все вроде хорош на сегодня тренировок. Очень серьезная была тренировка. Я много чего научился. Я думаю, я готов к матчу. Начинаем матч сезона за Майами. Режим My League. И сезон за Майами Хит. Ноябрь 21 число. А сегодня какое, интересно? То 19-го года по календарю игры. А у нас именно 20-го. Сегодня 24 ноября. Ну почти попали в дату события. Что у нас сейчас состоится матч с Milwaukee Bucks 22 ноября по календарю. Первый сезон Майами Хит. Уже отыграны были несколько матчей. И у нас получается 5 побед и 5 поражений. Ровно идем. Сейчас мы можем перейти за 50% побед, если мы сейчас выиграем. Очень важный матч против Milwaukee Bucks. Но в Milwaukee Bucks мы знаем, там есть монстр в NBA. Янис Антетокумпо. Он просто монстр. Против него будет очень сложно играть. Играю я на уровне про. Уровень сложности игры про, профессионал. Поехали. Так, у нас состав. ПГ. Point Guard. Кедрик Нан. СГ. Шутинг Гард. Данкан Робинсон. СВ. Шутинг Форвард. Джимми Батлер. Point Форвард Джонс. Дерек Джонс Джуниор. Это участник Slam Dunk контеста в NBA. По-моему, 19 года. И он победил его. Этот игрок в моей команде. Центровой Бэм Адебайо. У Милоки те же позиции. Эрик Блэдсо, Донте Дивичензо, Крис Миддлтон, Янис Антетокумпо и центр Брук Лопес. NBA2K смотрим. Телек.
The NBA2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in.
And to look at our setting tonight, the picturesque city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
5-5 закат мы наблюдаем.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports.
Всем хороших
I'm
выходных.
Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and our
Приветствую
sideline
вас на
reporter, the
матче
Hall of Famer David
Майами
Aldridge.
Хит
Tonight
и
with us as
Янис
well, the book
и
of
Milwaukee
basketball
Bucks.
author Bill Simmons. Bill, great to see you.
It's great to be here. Nobody is more impressed than my 11-year-old son. We can't believe that he's playing a video game and gets to hear my voice. When he hears my voice just yelling at him normally, now he gets to hear me break down basketball.
Разминаются
But it's kind of
команды.
fun, isn't it? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
how
he
great
likes
is
it.
that?
Yeah.
Вот он Янис.
DA, take it away.
The Bucks took a massive leap in coach Mike Budenholzer's first season in Milwaukee. Budenholzer said he joined the organization at the perfect time. The new facilities, the energetic fans, the great roster, ownership, front office, everything is set up to have great success. And he added, I feel fortunate to be the coach. Kevin?
Тренер с ассистентом
The
говорят.
feeling no
Там
doubt
какой-то
mutual.
план
Thanks,
на
DA.
матч
And Giannis
обсуждают.
earning another All-NBA nod, Bill. He'll be eligible to sign the biggest contract in NBA history.
Команда
I
Милоша.
thought you had the biggest contract in
After
NBA
you,
history.
after you.
Oh, I'm sorry,
after
I'm
you.
confused. Well, what's funny about this is they could have signed him to the max a few years ago.
Старт.
And there was this rule that you could only have one guy in your team could have a 5-year max. And they were saving it for Jabari Parker. So they signed him for 4 years, $100 million. A little bit of a discount. Now he's going to make them pay. And
In a big way.
if I was Giannis, I would be very spiteful about the fact that they cared
Тихо
about
начал
Jabari
ходить
more
в
than me,
месте.
and I would want to sign with the Suns.
Какой он
But that's just me.
Да.
That was a different GM, though, at the time.
Теряли мяч и
Listen,
пропускали. Да.
it
Начали
doesn't
матч.
matter who
Видно,
wins.
сам собрал.
They didn't treat you right, Giannis. You should leave.
So here is Miami's starting group. Adebayo
Через
is
ноги.
out there with Jones.
Помню, через
Then
спину.
it's Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 2. Fast break, Milwaukee. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
How about the court
Начало
vision of Middleton? Just so good at
неудачное
finding
у
the open
Майами.
man.
Butler from
Джимми,
outside.
3.
It's hauled in by
Нет,
Giannis. And it's Milwaukee's ball. 4-point game. In 2019, Chris Middleton named an All-Star for the first time. Bill, can he be the second best player on a championship team? He was asked, I guess, to be that last year, and it didn't work.
I think he could be the third best player in a championship team.
Third, yes.
But I think you saw in the playoffs last year when they really needed the second kind of creator. I don't even want to say scorer, but somebody who
Джимми
can create
Батлер
a
под
shot
кольцо и
when your
первые
best
2
guy's
очка за
either
нами.
sitting or having a bad game. He's just not quite there. He's too streaky, I think.
Terrific play.
Really good player. If he could definitely be one of the best 4 guys on the championship team. But as the number 2 guy,
О,
no.
выбивает.
Shots good
Эрик
by
Блэдсоу.
Bledsoe.
Bledsoe's a master at taking it to the rack. I mean, his combination of strength and speed, hard to contain.
Robinson for 3.
Данка Робинсон 3 мимо.
That shot was off.
Попробовал
For
себя
Milwaukee,
в дальней
they've gone
дистанции.
3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Купа. А у нас
2
без
free
зарплаты.
throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jimmy Butler. What a surge it's been for the Bucks at the top of the Eastern Conference last year. 60 wins, the most since 1981.
Right, and much like those teams from the 80s, they fell short in the end.
Again.
And that's been the rub with the Bucks is, you know, as you look back at so many years in a row, so close,
Потери.
couldn't do it.
Выбили мяч.
And then this
Oh,
last
right,
year
it's
against
the ball.
Toronto, you know, they win the
Ball
first
match
2.
Miami.
Game 3's double OT. And then all of a sudden, a week later, their season's over. So
the
they've
match
never quite been able to get over the hump since the days of Lou Alcindor.
The nice thing is, though, this team is making the mandatory steps, it seems, that all these teams eventually have to make to get to where they want to go.
Right.
Кедрик Нан.
They're trying to keep the team
Забивает с
together
полом.
that they succeeded with last year.
N2. И будет
Sometimes
бросать
when you have
еще штрафной.
success, you think that you should keep that success together, and that can be
Нужно
dangerous
повторно.
because really I felt like that team underachieved. They lost to a Toronto team that they had just performed better than during the season. So what's that last piece that you need? And I guess the last piece for Milwaukee now is, can Giannis be the closer? We haven't seen it yet.
And with the 2K Esports League, Bill, players not only get a
Same thing.
salary, they can also sign endorsement deals. They're celebrities now unto themselves.
So what are the endorsement deals that the 2K players sign? Is it like hat? Because you're not really moving. Nobody can people see your clothes? They
Алло!
can, right?
They can
So you
see
need
your
sneakers,
clothes.
hats?
Maybe it's a
Такие моменты смотрим, конечно. Даже когда это противник делает, мы все равно будем это смотреть. Сейчас мы, наверное, запишем этот момент вообще на видосик. Прикольный моментик, да?
Maybe it's a shirt,
Drinks?
all of it.
Do the announcers get endorsement
Clubs?
deals? Where's our
Well,
endorsement
if
deal
they
money?
don't, we could probably make the stab for it right here.
I'm ready.
This is the venue to do it right
I'm
here.
ready to do whatever.
Let's change the culture.
CTC.
Here's Butler. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Outside for Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Adebayo.
Разворота мимо,
Shot
Дубай.
long that time.
Какой шанс.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Bucks. They lead by 4. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Мимо.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there.
Мне кажется,
They seem
чисто
to
было.
play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for
Да, чисто
Lopez.
вот.
Williams comes in for Antetokounmpo. Matthews, he's checked in for Dante
Драгич
DiVincenzo.
3
And it's Hill
промазал.
in for Eric Bledsoe.
3
Bill, it's
промазал.
no secret that your heart lies in Boston. Just what was it like growing up in and around that area?
Well, it's definitely the reason I like sports
Блин.
as much as I do, because it's so sports
Yeah.
obsessed. A lot of it is cold weather stuff, I feel like, where there's 5 months a year that just stink, and then there's 3 other
Европеец
months
в
that,
составе Майами.
you know, it's
Горан
just smoking
Драгич.
hot and humid, and so the sports makes everybody kind of crazy because you're
Ну
crazy.
тут вообще
anyway.
одного.
There's nothing like being in Boston when something good's happening, like Celtics making an NBA playoff run, or the Bruins making a cup run, the Red Sox in September when the Yankees are coming to town, or the Saturday before a Patriots game. You can kind of feel it as the community of it. That's the difference between here and a place like LA.
It
Есть.
formed you as a professional. Right?
Absolutely.
Андрей Гуадала.
Milwaukee leading by
Обыгрывает.
5. It's Matthews on the wing.
Так, что там улетело?
All right, well,
Запалил.
look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Yeah, you know, Wesley Matthews has made himself an efficient scorer who also has gained a reputation as a good defender.
Hero passes to Dragic. Feeds to Olynyk. Williams with the
Трое
block.
против него.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their
Вот
effort
видите,
on the
это надо
boards.
думать.
You look at the
И
box
подумать.
score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Hero. Outside Dragic. Olynyk finds Dragic. Back to Olynyk. Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Аут, господи, теперь опять
Lopez is
они
checked in for Milwaukee. The Heat making a switch
испортил
here.
игру. Надо заменять. Второй момент он теряет мяч.
Bucks leading by 6.
Заменили его.
Here's Hill. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans. Matthews, no good.
Попали.
Crowder feeling it out a bit. Here's Silva. No good on the last
Блин,
second attempt
под
there.
сирену 3 не
And so
попал.
it's Milwaukee with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the
Первый
quarter.
четверть заканчивается.
They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for
Польза
them.
Milwaukee Bucks.
And don't go away. We'll be right back. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise player.
Call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it. But with that
Match.
comes a lot of, you know, some people call it pressure,
Должны
but
быть
a lot of
сильными,
responsibility is what I
должны
call
давить.
it.
Давление — это
Every
самое
night
важное.
you got to show up. You have to be
И залог победы.
productive. You have to show guys even when you're hurt, you can still play. Even when you're tired, you got to go out there and do what you're supposed to do. It's fun to me. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
what we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchup defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort, defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Matthews and Middleton, the two wings. Ilyasova out there with Robin Lopez. And it's Hill in at point guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Bill defenders are doing a better job of challenging the shooter from the side so they don't foul and don't step into that landing space when he comes down from shooting.
Yeah, I don't like the word landing space and all that stuff. Like,
well, what would you call
load management? We have all these phrases now. It's like, how did these phrases come in my life?
Load management is interesting.
Load management's the worst. Where did that start?
Получил брось.
Can we just play basketball?
Just like work, yeah. Just
внутри давай. Блин, он же может.
When the guy travels, but they say it's not. It's like he's gathering the ball.
Yeah.
Ну не в этот раз.
I never said gathering the ball in my life until 2 years ago. Enough with the weird phrases.
Yeah.
They're scoring
Oh,
boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Here's Hero. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Outside Crowder. There's the pass to Silva. Shot clock at 6. Over Middleton. And he can't bank that one. Bill, do you ever think we're going to eliminate conferences in the NBA playoff seeding?
I think that they would have done a 16 seed no conference playoff format years ago. I think they're really worried about the travel though. And they've looked at it and they've really studied it and they've looked at the effects of, let's say Boston plays Portland in round 1 and you're flying 3,100 miles or 3,200 miles in 3 time zones and all that stuff. And it's a 2-2-1-1-1 series. What is the effect on the team if it goes 7? I think they're really afraid of it. I wish they did it. I don't like the conferences. I don't really understand them. And over the course of NBA history, they've been really confused by the conferences. I wrote about this in the book of basketball, where we had years where San Antonio West, which go look at a map. Baltimore being in the West is ridiculous. Baltimore was in the West and Philly was in the East, and they're like 50 miles away from each other.
Yeah, made no sense.
So they've never really 100% figured out the conferences, and I just think the 1 through 16 makes more sense.
It would sure be better basketball.
It would be better.
Adjustments are a part of the game.
Полный зал.
The coach sees
Полные
something he doesn't
трибуны.
like here.
And you
Забитые
know what? We'll
битком.
see what changes he makes coming out of this time.
Я проигрываю на 10 очков. Заканчивается половина матча. 2 минуты 39 секунд осталось. До конца первой половины.
Big group substitution here for
Тайм-аут
Milwaukee.
закончился.
Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for
Начинает
Ilyasova.
атаку команда
Dante DiVincenzo,
Майами.
he's checked in for
Milwaukee
Chris
Bucks.
Middleton. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Hill. Now here's Bledsoe. He picked up 33 points in their last win against New Orleans.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Trying to get open is Lopez. Matthews, no good. The Heat trail by 8. Here's Iguodala, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
The athleticism, length, and IQ of Iguodala is tough to guard. Sometimes you just have to whack him.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Линию штрафную.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he
Первый
was.
минут.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
Marvin Williams is checked in for Milwaukee.
Выходит Мило.
He hits the second from the line.
And while
Второй
Iguodala
цель.
might not be the star of any team he's on, he's always going to be a major contributor because he does so many things well on both ends.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters. but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an all-star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time all-star and well-deserved. David, thank you. Here's Lopez. The Heat getting the bucket. Pass to Williams. Here's DiVincenzo. He's covered by Iguodala. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Well, Bill, I know you've got to run. Marvelous to have you on the program. Wish we could do it more often.
Let's do it right now. I don't have to run. Can I stay?
Yes, you can always stay.
I don't want to leave.
You have a free ticket here
I want
anytime you
to
want.
stay, please.
The microphone's always open.
Thank you.
And Clark, you know what? Bill will always give you a great point of view.
And you know what? I think he needs his own barbershop talk show, Kevin. I mean, he's done everything else in media. Go barbershop on him, Bill.
And he makes the first. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
Shots good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 6.
You can't allow Bledsoe that kind of position. I mean, he's extremely effective in the paint.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Butler against Giannis. Here's Adebayo. Misses the layup.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Antetokounmpo score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
That's why you got to push Giannis Antetokounmpo out of the paint. I mean, he's too long, too skilled, and very confident from this area. You got to get him out of there.
Here's Adebayo. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Passes to DiVincenzo. Jacks up a 3. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. And it's a 12-point Bucks lead.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
And so we wrap up the first half. Bucks lead by 12. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, it seemed like you all were dictating tempo in the first half. How did you do that?
I came with getting stops, grabbing the rebound, and I was trying to push it, try to get the best shot available.
Problem solved in transition. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They are leading by 12. And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
Kenny, what'd you think about Miami?
Poor efficiency on offense. That's what jumps out at me. You aren't going to win many games shooting under 35%. Bad shot selection, too much one-on-one play, not finishing with authority. Now, these are correctable errors. They could choose to come out in the second half and completely flip that script.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Eric Bledsoe really making a difference here.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And with the summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Miami, they've got Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the 5. First one falls for him.
Well, Milwaukee is exactly what a small market success story looks like.
Yeah, you know, a great eye for talent and also some good fortune in landing a player like Giannis in the draft. And small market teams have to home grow their superstars. Then they made smart moves surrounding Giannis with talent and an outstanding coach. The front office deserves credit for how they've turned this team into a finals contender.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint. But, you know, it's hard to overstate the impact that Giannis has on the floor with his play. I mean, he gives you so much at both ends of the floor, offense and defense, and really draws a lot of attention from the opposing team.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. The efficiency of Giannis. Clark, that's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. For years, people were asking, how scary is Giannis going to be? Well, we got our answer pretty much in the form of he's a nightmare.
Pass to Adebayo. Back to Robinson. There's the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Floats it up for Giannis, and the dunk by Giannis.
How about this?
Вот это мощь была. О. Еще раз подожди, что надо клацал. Камера где-то здесь, наверное. Как оно будет? С разворота на 180 алиуп от Яниса Антетокумпо. Это очень круто. Так, запишу. Такой прыжочек у него еще. Эмоции. Камера с игрока теперь. Ого, вот это момент, яркий хайлайт.
Brings of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak. I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. Bledsoe outside. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Nunn. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Outside for Robinson. Tipped away. And now in in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And a miss there on the triple. The dish to Bledsoe. Unloads from 13. Another shot. And Antetokounmpo lays it in. Antetokounmpo's got 7 now in this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Well, Clark, what a year it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo last season. He took everything to the next level from the get-go. He became a top player in the NBA.
And you know what, guys? Early on, you could see it and you could feel it. It was going to be a special year for Giannis because his progression and development, his hunger, his commitment, his work ethic, all of that helped him become the MVP of the league against a pretty competitive field of MVP candidates.
Чемпионы.
A different look from Milwaukee. Ilyasova has checked in for Lopez. And George Hills subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. The Heat trail by 20. Outside Dragic. To the inside. And stolen by Ilyasova. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And here's Giannis from outside. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 15 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Outside Dragic to end the run. In deep, Robinson drops it in. Robinson's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
Bledsoe passes to Middleton. Back to Bledsoe. Outside, Antetokounmpo. He draws the foul. Chance for another point at the free throw line.
Я в шоке. Вот это я попал. Еще яркий хайлайт от Яниса. Вот это да. Вот это жесть. Вот это жесть настоящая. Смотрите, какой у него злобный взгляд. Орет у него. Ух, как красиво, да? Фоточку сделаю, конечно. Можно сделать и получше фоточку, если честно. Вот так вот. Ох, почему она размыта? Ну, блин. Камеру протрите. Так, я уже куда-то под мышку залез. Я волосатая подмышка. Ну ты что? Как я зачутился-то? Янис. Крупным планом. Ого. Ты это приблизил. Надо сфоткать, конечно. Янис крупным планом. Так, мне надо заснять слэмданк же. Поехали. И вот этот моментик. Пойдет.
It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around, really doesn't faze him, doesn't matter. I mean, this guy is determined to get the job done, and he does.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Williams is checked in.
Сейчас, секундочку. Поехали. А, вот, кстати, эти тактики. Вот попробуйте использовать. В огне. Янис Antetokounmpo в огне сейчас находится. В ударе. Его не удержать.
Free throw good. Giannis. Clark, who are a few under the radar guys who really get it done scoring the ball at that forward position?
Well, I tell you what, a couple of names that come to mind. Bogan Bogdanovic, outstanding scorer. Gallinari, and then John Collins, the young fellow down in Atlanta. Those three guys are all a little bit undervalued as scorers.
A minute 50 left to play here in the third. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Dragic from outside. That one, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And he can't answer back. A three-pointer offline.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And here is Hill. He has 5. Kick out to Giannis. Back to Middleton. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Middleton's got 6 here in this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Dragic from outside. Rebound by Williams.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Bledsoe against Dragic. 5 to shoot. And the pass to Leonard. And that one hits back iron.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, lifts on that.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Milwaukee on top, running away with it. And we'll get going after this from
Большой
Milwaukee.
отрыв сейчас в счете. Мне уже не отыграть его. Доигрываем. Стараемся, тренируемся.
And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
State Farm,
and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Brown out there with Williams. Then it's Matthews. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Connaughton in at the 1. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Now here's Jones. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has really off.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's Connaughton. At the top of the key, Lopez. Brown wide open. He fired. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Marvin Williams. And Miami also making a switch. Nunn's checked in. Takes the three. And that's good. Wesley Matthews for 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense.
Вот это дриблинг. Вы это видели? Это было сверхсерьезно. Кедрик Нан. Вот он, этот фит, который на тренировках тренировал. Одной рукой тоже правой уходишь. Сначала влево ведешь руку, потом резко вправо. И типа аж оступился. Реально потерялся. Вот он. У него даже лицо затрет. Офигевший такой. О-о-о. И здесь же за спину. Как это элегантно сделано. Кедрик Нан, мастер своего дела. Запишем финт по-любому. Кроссовочки у него пумы. Вот так вот смотрится быстро. Офигеть. Так, давайте.
Giving them those shots.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now here's Iguodala. And the shot is long. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Connaughton kicks to Matthews. He dishes it to Ilyasova. Here's Connaughton, and it's sent back by Hill. It's intercepted. Here's Connaughton. Lopez left side. Back to Connaughton. Clark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, you know, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
Kyle Korver is checked in for Milwaukee. Heroes checked in for Andre Iguodala. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now, here's Brown.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bucks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. Can you kind of thought that maybe going into the game?
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Now here's Korver. Clock at 6. Here's Connaughton. Got a piece of it. Here's Nunn. Inside. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Nunn passes to Silva. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
And he did everything to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out in transition, you know, trying to get defensive stops. And everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.
Хайлайты Яниса Антетокумпо. Лучший игрок матча. 18 очков. По всем статьям Майами проиграла Милуоки Бакс. Вот на экране финальный результат. Так, сегодня мне надо еще на этом стриме сыграть еще одну игру в сезоне, а потом онлайн. 3 матча сегодня запланировано. Поехали второй матч. Против Юта Джаз. Письма, это почта наша. Это лист обмена. Это статус команд. Это картина плей-оффа. Мэйджик первая, потом Бруклин Нетс, Филадельфия, Бакс, Кэвалерс, Рапторс, Селтикс, Хоукс. Это сейчас те команды, которые метят в плей-офф. А у нас 5 побед и сейчас 6 поражений. Больше проигрываем. — 49% побед. Поехали. Надо сейчас снова сравняться. Победа с поражением, надо обязательно сейчас победить. Так, а состав-то у Юта Джаз серьезный. Майк Конли, Донован Митчелл, Джо Ингелс, Боян Богданович, Руди Гобер. Руди Гобер — это первый баскетболист в NBA, который заболел коронавирусом. Еще реально. Он в интервью еще там покашлял микрофон, сделал такой жест прикола, типа, потом сам поплатился за это и заболел. Первый в NBA. Руди Гобер. У нас же Кедрик Нан, Данкан Робинсон, Джимми Батлер, Дерек Джонс Джуниор и Бэм Эдебайо.
Welcome to the special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The NBA 2K21 demo is here.
Ладно, поехали.
A nighttime activity on Ocean Drive here in Miami.
Нельзя здесь начало отдать.
Plenty going on down there.
В прошлом матче
Live
отдал
coverage of
начало
the
матча.
NBA here on 2K Sports.
Проигрывал.
Happy Sunday evening to you and yours. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Now let's take a moment to check out our race for Rookie of the Year. Here are some of the top young talents in the game who will be recognized as the best of the best. Not in the top 5 currently. He's amidst some terrific talent nonetheless, and there's still plenty of time for him.
And what an influx of young talent that it's come into the league this year. No question, this group is ready for life in the NBA. The competition for the Rookie of the Year award is going to be intense.
Every time you talk to a rookie, the first thing they talk about is that the pro game is a lot faster than they anticipated, more physical. But I'm surprised at the NBA readiness of some of these guys.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David.
Well, Rudy Gobert is still awaiting his first All-Star appearance. His snub in 2019 raised eyebrows. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year averaged a career-high 15 points a game on a league-best 65% shooting from the field. And he missed a $1 million contract bonus due to that snub. Kevin, it's easy to see that he was emotional about it.
Yeah, DA, very understandable. Thank you. And the guys up front may determine, Brent, the outcome tonight. What elements make for a fantastic front court?
Well, nowadays it's about skilled front court players, guys who have the ability to not only shoot it, but also dribble handoff, make decisions with the basketball to help open up and spread up your offense for your guards and your quicker players to slash and find those gaps.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Conley in at the 1 spot. And for Miami, Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point. To the paint. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by Conley.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now here's Jones. Butler finds Robinson. Heat moving the ball around. Lets it go with a 3. Jimmy Butler with the 3.
I just like how confident Butler looks pulling up from deep. Knows he has what it takes to bury that jump shot on a consistent basis.
Mitchell against Jones. Conley with a wide open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Nunn passes to Adebayo. The shot misses. Ready by Bogdanovich. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Here's Nunn. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Ready by Bogdanovich.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And another shot, Conley, and they convert it last on attempt number 3.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
That's tipped, stolen by Michael Conley. Pass to Adebayo. Oh, and he's going for the alley-oop here. And Jones slams it in.
And the definition of teamwork right there.
Это мы смотрим. Там еще такая неразбериха была. Отбирали друг друга мяч. Все началось, как Бэм Адебайо начал давить под кольцом Руди Гобера. Выбивает Конли мяч, у меня подлетает. Выбил тупо. На мяч вылетает это Тарен Хиллера, Данкан Робинсон. Значит, Конли выбивает мяч от Бэма Адебайо. Данкан Робинсон вместе с Конли подбегает к мячу. А я выбиваю у Конли мяч. Здесь я даю пас на Адебайо назад. Кто-то потерял мяч. А тот навешивает на Дерека Джонса Джуниора аллиуп двумя руками. Момент записываем. Сильно, да?
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against Orlando. Here's Mitchell. Off on the layup. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D-Wade with how he plays.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Now they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those 2 needs better than anyone in the league. And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Here's Clarkson following the score by Miami. Here's Niang. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Dragic. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Jazz trail by 4. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And they get it back. Gobert the pass to Bradley. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Down low. And out of bounds. bounds as Utah gains possession.
Я хотел навесить на голеву. Там такой прикол получился. Ого, у него татухи. Набито он. Вся семья. На шее он рот. И какой-то как ангел, короче. Жесть, конечно. Так, вот момент. Я типа так, оп, дурю, типа, оп, не даю пас, а потом раз, типа бросок, но это был навес на алюб. Этот не понял, Тайрон Хиро. Такой смотрит, о, куда он летит, о, смотри, раскрыл его рот. Я ему хочу на алюб, а он задержался. Такая вот эмоция. Не достает мяч. Летит. Мяч в аут. Но Кеня Линик не хочет этого, чтобы мяч ушел в аут. Прыгает отчаянно. В прыжке, в падении. Вот это фейл момент. Фейл реально. Мяч возле него прям ударяется. Тот проезжает и в операторов. Тот его по заднице хлопнул такой, ну ладно, не расстраивайся. И поднял.
Can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
Davis is checked in for Gobert.
Как он уверен со скамейки. Гобера менять, ну конечно, надо быть очень сильным игроком, чтобы поменять вроде Гобера достойно.
40 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Moutier kicks to Bradley. Moutier looking around. Outside, Davis. 6 to shoot. Leonard against Clarkson. Over Leonard. A shot by Clarkson, no good. Leonard against Davis. It's stolen by Moutier. And now Clarkson pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Finished off the break.
I'd like to see Jordan turn on the jets right there. Change his speed so hard to guard, and Jordan, he's very much capable of that.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Miami ahead. They lead by 4. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena.
Со счетом 13-9 Майами впереди.
One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Taking a look at the Jazz, we've got Bradley. Clarkson is out there with Moutier. Then there's Davis. And it's Niang in at the 3 slot. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? They can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, I mean, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard.
Both ends of the floor, I totally agree.
Butler's just so skilled at finding ways to score inside, utilizes his height and strength well, and varies that release point.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. Davis the pass to Mitchell. They shoot again. Rebound by the Heat. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Mitchell's got 5 points now this quarter.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter. Didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them. And now they're showing what they can do offensively.
Here's Conley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership manner.
He's embraced it, Kevin, and he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Olenek, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Iguodala in for Robinson. And a switch here also for Utah. Gobert's checked in. Utah's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Conley finds Mitchell. Back to Conley. That shot, no good. Excellent D here by Iguodala. Well, they're passing to Adebayo. Gobert with the block. Olenek with the steal. Butler in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists tonight. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz, trailing by 2. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
And they don't want a repeat of what happened last year here. They know this is an opponent they can handle, and they don't want to give away anything like they did last year.
Well, one thing you can say about the Heat team, very long and very athletic.
That helped them really stay competitive in a lot of games, but when you can't shoot the ball, really, really hard to come back in games where there's teams firing away from 3 and you can't mount any sort of offensive comeback.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Bradley's checked in for Bogdanovich. George Niang comes in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson, he's checked in for Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Dragic against Mudiay. There's 38 seconds left now here in the second. Another miss by Utah. The Heat leading by 4. To the paint. It's stolen by Mudiay. And here we go. Fast break. Mudiay's got it. And it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Heat. 23 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Jones sends it back. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. 19 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Clarkson. Here's Bradley. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw good from Bradley. 9 seconds left here in the second. Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. Yes. And that one off the back.
30 отклонений за 3 секунды. Вторчик посмотрим. Трехочковый отклонением
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot again. His teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Heat lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. We're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was 6 points. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained most of their first quarter lead and now lead by 3 at the break. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense. Called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks, they always seem to have the answer. That's good coaching.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, you want to try to hold your opponent under 50% shooting. That has not happened. Defensively, they're allowing way too many good looks. They need to do a better job of shutting down the lane, as well as closing out on shooters.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Jimmy Butler, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
что, погнали, третья четверть.
Jazz trail by 3. They've got Jones. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo is out there with Robinson. And it's none in at the point guard. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. He's slam dunk by Butler.
Great intensity there. Butler just doesn't settle for simple finishes off the drive. He is trying to make a statement.
Jazz shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. Now Conley. A three from Bogdanovic. Nunn grabs the board.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovic, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate, he's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
Basket counts.
Finally, they get one to drop.
На ровном месте упал Джимми Батлер. Это просто шок какой-то был. Вот Джимми Батлер вроде должен был идти. А он упал на ровном месте. Бросок подбирает Конли и добивает.
One of their first four here in the third.
Miami leading by 3. Right side Jones. Sinks that one from the post. Jones has got his second bucket tonight. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Conley, the pass to Bogdanovic. Ingles against Butler. And that one drops. Heat shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. The pass to Robinson. No good from outside. Jazz trail by 3. The wide open look here for Ingles. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
None. On the 3 off target. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Mitchell's shot is good.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical crash?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. Sometimes I like to see them getting after a little bit.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Heat. Crowder comes in for Derek Jones. And Utah also making a switch. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. Butler dishes to Crowder. And Davis sends it back.
Great anticipation, Davis. Light on his feet and using that 7'2" wingspan.
Вот это было сильно. Со стороны, конечно, команды. И этот Джаз не с моей стороны. Посмотрим атаку. Краудер. Показ. Выпад в сторону. Зависание. И его накрывают. Но он не сдается, прыгает. За ним, за мячом прям в пол. Это да. Прыгает за мячом в падении. Сфоткай моментик. Ладно, заново. Короче, Краудер не забивает, его накрывают. Он не допрыгивает до мяча. Падений. Падает. И быстрый отрыв Донована Митчелла.
Sends that one back.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Robinson passes to Nunn. To halt the run. Great tee that time from Davis.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Outside, Robinson fires for three. Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovic has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years, competes defensively. He's a player.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Bradley's checked in for Gobert. George Niang comes in for Davis. Clarkson, he's checked in for Bogdanovic. Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Mitchell's shot is good.
Something sapped them of their energy defensively since halftime. In the first half, out there scrambling, running, hustling. Since then, not so much.
Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. The Jazz, #1.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
One of the better free throw shooting bigs in the NBA. The challenge for Leonard as he develops is to try to get to the line a few more times. A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And it's Dragic with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. A minute 20 left in the third. Now here's Mudiay, guarded closer. That shot misses. And Miami the other way now. Silva, the pass to Iguodala. Good work there as it goes.
Gotta watch Iguodala down there, slipping around and capable of finishing in that spot.
Bobbed up there for Mitchell. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Jazz. They were hoping to get off to a better start to the season. Things are still early, so they still may have a chance.
And I think for the Jazz, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
Well, you hope that they realize that and they have some self-awareness, but can they win some games, carry some positive energy, maybe some momentum into the off-season with which to build on?
To the wing right side. Hero passes to Silva. An easy 2 points on the layup. Now just a 2-point Jazz lead.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll return shortly. A chance now to hear Coach Quinn Snyder talking to his team moments ago on the huddle.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity. Okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
He's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Emmanuel Mudiay out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Bradley, and it's Joe Ingles, and it's Niang in at the 4. Clarkson finds Bradley. Clarkson taking his time here. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive.
The shot's good. It's been a tough one so far. Very close game.
In matchup, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
Ingles in the corner. Here's the 3. The basket good off the assist from Mudiay. Mudiay's got 3 assists tonight.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Here's Hero, and it's Miami with another.
Crucial.
Да, знаю, что этого новичка отличный бросок, еще в институте он себя проявил. Легендарный игрок. Тайрон Хиро. Это надо смотреть, записывать. Как элегантно он забил. Да, вот этот моментик красивейший получился. Очень круто. Это, конечно, жир. Офигеть, вот это скриншотик. Сильно. Можно и так. Тоже фото. Вот такой вот бросочек вышел. Тайрон Хиро в его стиле. Попрыгал на одной ножке, потом назад. Как же это было элегантно, а? Какая анимация шикарная.
You might see this in the early part of the game, but at this stage in the game, that's just really something unacceptable. He's a great mid-range scorer.
And the Jazz call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Лидерши заряжают публику. Активно поддерживала Miami Heat.
And some changes here for the Heat. Butler, he's checked in for Iguodala. Robinson is subbed in for Hero. Jazz also changing it up. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Bradley. Bogdanovich comes in for George Niang. And it's Conley in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Corner, Butler, and again, Miami with the triple.
I just love how intense Butler is on this end. Looking to shoot every time down the floor. He is totally locked in.
Clarkson finds Conley. From deep. Offensive rebound. Gobert. Shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly.
Разминается, готовится бросать картошку. Высоченный, выбросил 2 штрафных броска.
First free throw is good.
Первый бросок точно.
That one is no good.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
To the middle. Here's Adebayo. Shot outside for Robinson. It's stolen by Gobert.
Мощный фол сбивает так, потому что плохо дал пас на своему игроку.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Dragic against Conley. The Jazz with another miss.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are
И вот он, чемпион по сезону. Реброн Джуниор забивает дан.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And it's Dragic with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And Miami making a change here. Nunn's checked in. A switcher also for Utah. Mitchell's checked in. Conley surveying the D. Utah the rebound. And Gobert kicks to Bogdanovich. A second chance effort. Comes up empty down low.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
They get a hand on it. Outside Conley. 1:31 left in the fourth. Here's Mitchell. Utah keeping it alive. A new 14. Out to Conley. 5 on the clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Here's Mitchell. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And here is Robinson. Outside Butler. Over Ingle. And there's another one for the Heat.
Вот он, лидер команды, в конце показывает свою силу.
In this league, an amazing performer, and this is a guy who lives for these moments.
Utah calls timeout. They're down by 6. 51 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
До конца матча 51 секунд.
we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Jimmy Butler.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
.51 seconds left in the game. Conley with it. And Jones sends it back. And they'll keep possession. That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Bogdanovich. And so they foul intentionally. On offense, here are the Heat. They're on a 14-6 run.
And just very little chance of that pass finding the target from that distance. Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Here's Butler. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And Butler always aggressive, a threat to pick up fouls whenever he's going up with his shot.
Гордон лидер в концовке, проявляет свои качества лидерства.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
Надеюсь, он нам поможет сегодня победить. Домашней площадке какие-то. Он заморен Тим Хардовой, Шакиранил, Залислава, Примайки. Чемпионство 2006, 2012, 2013. Майами. Трижды чемпион.
Here's Conley. Money! And he's brought them to within 2 points.
Fantastic at capitalizing from those spots. Conley has a dynamite-looking jump shot.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Главное не промазать. Кедрик Нан. Надежда на тебя. Домашние кольца. Это поможет они нам.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Pass to Mitchell to tie it up. Misses the tray. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Лидер команды. Штрафные броски бросать. 2 секунды до конца матча. Хотя бы один попадет, это уверенная победа будет.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point
Хотя они могут трушку еще с фолом забить. Теоретически не могут еще сравнить что-то перевести в это, но Джимми Баттер
уверенно забивает. Free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
And so it's Miami winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Jimmy, you have not been shy about setting the bar high for this team defensively. Now, how do you think you did at that end tonight?
We did everything tonight. We came out, put bodies on guys. Basketball is a game of runs, and they got some great scores.
Мы бежали, получали мяч, забивали броски. Мы их перебросали.
Thanks, Jimmy. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Красивейший матч состоялся. И победа Майами Хит. Финальные результаты. 54-49 в пользу Майами Хит. Броски с игры 21 из 40 у Майами и 21-61 у Юта Джаз. Ровное число филдголов, бросков с игры. Трехочковых тоже ровно по 3. Еще себе ровные команды какие играли. Штрафных больше Майами забила. Быстрых отрывов больше Юта Джаз. На 2 очка всего лишь больше очков с краски. Это в трехсекундной зоны у Майами Хит. 28. Юта Джаз. 26 Майами Хит. Бросков с краски. По передаче на 2 передачи больше у Майами Хит. 15-13. Подборы в нападении 19 штук. Это Юта Джаз отличается игроками высокими очень. Вот они щит как выиграли. Зато в защите мы выиграли щит. А Юта Джаз в нападении выиграла щит по подборам. Перехватов 8 аж у Юта Джаз. У нас всего 3. Зато блокшотов больше у Майами Хит, чем у Юта Джаз. 4-3. Потерь много. 9 потерь в Майами Хит против 3 у Юта Джаз. Фолов больше в Майами. И данков одинаково. По 3 данка каждая команда забила. Смотрим моменты Джимми Батлера, лидера Майами Хит и MVP матча. Ральф, ты это видел? Ты смотрел, Ральф? Нифига себе. Ты весь напиши в чате, ты видел весь матч от начала до конца. Круто, да, было? Закрыл поражение от Milwaukee Bucks победой над Юта Джаз. А, вообще не видел? Только подошел, что ли? Я уже 2 игры играю. Я уже думал завершать стрим. У меня сейчас матч онлайн будет, по идее. Если посмотришь, могу сыграть сейчас онлайн. С каким-то реальным игроком, который сейчас где-то неизвестно в каком уголке земного шара будет против меня играть. А, ты только зашел, я понял. Делики. Кто играет? Что у нас 6 побед, 6 поражений. Вот оно что. Что тут имеется у нас? Стендинг. Посмотрим стендинг, положение наше. Майами Хит, Восточная конференция. Девятое место занимаем в Восточной конференции. Впереди Шарлотт Хорнетс, Бостон Селтикс. Играю за Майами Хит. Лидеры Востока: Орландо Мэджик, Бруклин Нетс, Филадельфия 76, Милуоки Бакс. 4 топовые команды. А на западе Миннесота Тимбервульф. 8 побед, 1 поражение. Лидеры сезона. Потом Голден Стейт идут. 2 место. Лос-Анджелес Клиперс 3. Мемфис Гризлис, Оклахома Сити, Денвер Наггетс. А вот моей конференции. Я нахожусь на 3-м месте. 1 Орландо, Шарлотт. Позади Атланта Хокс, Вашингтон Визардс. Team Leaders, сезон, статистика. А ты хочешь матч уже посмотреть, да? Ну добро. Но я буду играть против реального игрока. Фух, это серьезное испытание. Сейчас 5 минут буквально. Не, минутку. Подожди, пожалуйста, минутку. Я на месте. Что, смотрим Play Now. Потом Play Now Online. У меня в онлайн статистике в моей карьере в игре по сети у меня в лиге фрешманов overall win 13%. Рекорд мой. 2 победы и 13 поражений. Это я играл в онлайне, вот так вот. В основном одни поражения. У меня есть на стриме, где я одержал победу. Там такие эмоции были, такой матч жесткий. Онлайн это всегда, конечно, серьезный вызов. Потому что против тебя реальный игрок. Он также хочет выиграть, он все сделает для победы. И неизвестно, какой у него уровень игры. Сколько он провел уже игры, как он вообще играет. Это мы узнаем в матче. Также тут разные трофеи, которые можно открывать и потом за это получать деньги игровые. И вот лидеры. 27 побед без поражений. В лиге Фрешман играет игрок под ником Сиборгон. Без поражений. 27-0. Представляете, на такого нарваться. Как раз моя лига еще Фрешман. Это топ-100. Weekly. Топ-100 недели. Ладно, начинаем. Эти у меня... Второй комплит у меня выполнено. Тут надо было... победку оформить. А здесь надо 3 победы. В первом разделе. Но тут определенные команды. Ты не можешь выбрать ту, которую ты хочешь. Что дает тебе определенные команды, из которых ты должен выбрать. Которые ты будешь играть. Вот они команды, которые мы можем играть. Смотри. Филадельфия. Хороший выбор. Милуоки Бакс. Бостон Селтикс. Клиперс, Лос-Анджелес. Лос-Анджелес Лейкерс. 103. Выбирай Ральф команду. Говори мне, какую команду, я ее выберу. Бруклин Нетс. Денвер Наггетс. Торонто Репторс. Хьюстон Рокетс. Выбирай команду, Ральф. Голден Стейт. Есть Голден Стейт. Смотри. Все. Вот из этих. Какой выбор. Пиши в чате. Бостон хороший. Давай, жду. Какую команду выбирать. Как? Не на том языке написал. Напиши еще раз. Денвер сейчас хорошо играет. Портленда нету. Нету Портленда. Другой из этих, которые есть. Мне что-то Рокетс хочется, что-то мне, знаешь. Можно не париться, Лейкерс взять. Или Броман отыграть. Ну давай Лейкерс, ладно. Фух. У меня была как раз победа за Лейкерс. Ищет оппонента сейчас. Коннект. Кто сразится сейчас в онлайн против меня на стриме? Я уже Лейкерс взял. И оппонент уже выбран. Golden State Warriors. Против меня Golden State. — 97-95 оверолл. Рейтинги топовые. 2 топовые команды играют. Стефан Карри, Клей Томпсон, Эндрю Виггинс, Дреймонд Грин, Маркус Крис, Golden State Warriors.
Conference rivals in this one, Clark. Does that matter as much as people think, or is it just another game?
I still think it matters to the players. I mean, they're a
Так, мы
little
выиграем
less
бросом.
emotional now. Rivalries, they're not as heated, a little more practical.
И не забивают первый бросок.
Making the playoffs and where you're seated.
Green with the ball. Now Green defending. Here's Chris. And the three off target. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
Алло! В онлайн-игре! Жалко, здесь повтор нельзя смотреть. Первая атака и алло. Как вам? Леброн 3. Мимо, Леброн. Потеря. И Леброн Джеймс. Реверс лейап. За золотые ворота болеет рад. Ай-яй. Перфект релиз 3 очка, Клей Томпсон. Сокращает счет до 1 очка, 4-3 счет. Джеймс отклонением похлопал себе. Фалит Леброн. Нельзя фалить ему. Ему важно не фалить, остаться до конца матча. Еще трешник. Перфект релиз. Томпсон. Это и есть Golden State, у них стиль бросков с дальней дистанции.
Stolen by Green. It's stolen by Davis. Pass to McGee. Kicks it out to James.
Джеймс 3 кирпича просто забрасывает. Он сразу на 3 бежит. Даже из-под кольца не такого. Леброн Джеймс, какой дан! А он по 3 только раскидывает и забивает. 8-9. Не забил Грин. Палит опять Джеймс. Второй фол, второй четвертый. Его сейчас заменят. Зачем? Что это за доступ такой залетал? Легкие броски из-под кольца. Энтони Дэвис, монобровь, здоровбровь, сросшиеся. Леброн именно высказал желание, что в этом сезоне он хочет играть именно с ним, с Энтони Дэвисом. И они победили. Чемпионство взяли в NBA 2020 года. Через Джеймса мимо отбор бы сейчас. Чей мяч? Лейкерс, наш мяч. Мы ведем на 1 очко. Карузо. Свободно встретил. Точно.